Could you retire comfortably on just $2,600 a month and $80,000 in savings? Today, we're breaking down what it really takes to retire in America if you don't have a $1 million nest egg. Stick around, because by the end, you'll know exactly what the numbers say and what they don't. Let's dive right in. The question, can a 65-year-old woman, single, with $80,000 in bonds and savings and a monthly Social Security check of $2,600 actually call it quits from working and live securely? Right now, she's earning $55,000 a year from her job. She's probably weighing the emotional appeal of more free time against the hard math of paying the bills. First, let's look at her income. Social Security at $2,600 a month adds up to $31,200 a year. That's a pretty common benefit for someone who's worked a full career. But it's still a big drop from her current $55,000 salary. That means her monthly budget would go from about $4,600 before taxes down to roughly between $600, not including any interest or withdrawal from her savings. That's a significant lifestyle shift. So what about that $80,000 in bonds and savings? If she uses the classic 4% rule, meaning she withdraws 4% a year from her savings to avoid running out, she could safely take out about $3,200 a year. That's roughly $266 a month. Not a game changer, but every bit helps. Now let's add that to her Social Security. $2,600 plus $266 gives her about $2,866 a month. Is that enough? Well, it depends on where she lives and what her expenses look like. In low-cost areas, it's possible to live on less than $3,000 a month. But in places like New York, San Francisco, or even some suburbs, that could be a real stretch. Healthcare is a big wild card, too. At 65, she's eligible for Medicare, but premiums, copays, and out-of-pocket expenses can add up. Fidelity estimates the average retired couple will need around $315,000 for healthcare in retirement. Single retirees will spend less, but it's still a chunk. Let's bring in some context. According to the Social Security Administration, about 40% of retirees depend on Social Security as their primary income source, and the average Social Security check in 2024, about $1,900 a month, so $2,600 is actually above average. But with rising costs, especially for housing, food, and healthcare, stretching that money is getting harder. What are her options? If she owns her home outright, her budget's a lot more flexible. If she's still renting or paying a mortgage, that could eat up most of her income. Downsizing, relocating to a lower cost area, or even getting a part-time gig could all help bridge the gap. Another strategy, delaying retirement for a few more years. That not only bumps up her Social Security payment, but lets her savings grow. There's no one-size-fits-all answer here. The good news is she's got a solid Social Security benefit and some savings. The challenge will be adjusting her lifestyle and watching out for unexpected expenses. So can she retire? Technically, yes, if she can cut her spending to fit her new income. But it'll take careful planning, discipline, and maybe a willingness to make some trade-offs. If you found this breakdown helpful, hit that like button, drop your thoughts or questions in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more real-world financial insights. And think about this. As retirement keeps changing, what does enough really mean to you? Let's keep this conversation going.